Good morning, people. Today is the 21st of March. It's a Saturday. And then I'm coming to you from my car because I've decided to come out of the house and do a video on how the current situation is and how, myself and my family is trying to survive this whole pandemic outbreak and also trying to keep our composure and psyche at the same time. So to point things out, I was going to be in Paris today, had things, have been okay, but since there's this pandemic outbreak, obviously I didn't go. My flight was canceled, and which I don't mind, and I'm also staying at home and doing the right thing by isolating myself from the rest of the world and containing, just within the perimeters of my house and just coming out and going to the store if I need to go get some groceries or just basic necessities, as I'm not hoarding or we're not hoarding food at home. But there is a lack of supplies at the market. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's because people are getting more than what they should get, and which is not the ideal thing to do. But you really cannot blame anyone because they don't know what the future holds for them. And also, people with families of like bigger families or families with kids or with elderly people, they are trying to be safe and they just want to be, ready for, for a more like challenging time if there's ever a need for that, which I pray to God and I have my fingers crossed that there's never going to be that time. Like, this is it, and we've seen the worst, and let it just surpass and let it just go, and that's it. We can just go on with our lives. But one could only hope, right? So stay positive and things will get better. But we must do our part as good Samaritans. We must stay at home. We must listen to what the officials are telling us to do and abide by the rules, especially around this time of the year. I have a mom who's over the age of 60, so that's always a concern for us. And she's got some underlying conditions, health conditions, which is also, which is worrisome. So we got to be careful. We're always careful with her. And I have a niece. She's 12 years old. So it's always the youngs, the most young and the elderly that you got to pay attention to. But at this point in time, the disease doesn't discriminate. It basically, anyone can get it. And it's just a matter of your immunity and your immune system, to kick back and fight this virus. So stay healthy and hydrate yourself. Drink plenty of water, plenty of vitamin C, oranges, just, I guess, kick it up a notch from whatever you've been doing so far. And the most important thing you can do is just to stay away from people. Stay away from people. Please, please, please do not go outside if you don't need to go outside. Don't go outside. There is no work unless if you've been declared by the governor or the New York City officials that you're an essential part of the city and you must go to work, which is for the most part the medical workers and the emergency personnel and some, I guess, maintenance people, meaning the garbage and sanitation and stuff like that. Otherwise, you have no need to be outside, no need for you to socialize, no need for you to go to a friend's house, over some wine party or some stupid things. You can do this over the phone. You can do like a virtual party. A friend of mine is organizing, which is a very noble idea because we're all so stressed right now. She's conducting a virtual wine party from our house, and she asked me if I wanted to join, and I said, absolutely, why not? Let's just get some positivity in me so I can bring that to you guys and to my family. What else was I going to tell you? Yesterday at Walmart, we were there and they have already introduced the first hour after they open. It's dedicated for those that are in desperate need. So that applies to senior citizens and people with disabilities. So they're getting to go to the store for the first hour and getting whatever they need, and then they're opening up the store to the general public. I think, which is a very good idea. It's a very noble idea, and I think they should get a leg up over the rest of the population and get what they require right now. If you have dogs and cats, I mean, you cannot get it from them, so therefore there's no need for you to fear your animals. Just pet them down, wipe them properly, take them out. I have a dog, I have a small Yorkie, and that's what we do with him. We walk him and we bring him inside, we wipe him down, We don't let him go near people. He's not going near anyone right now. Even if little kid sees my dog and he's like, oh my God, what a cute puppy, whatnot, that's okay. For now, we can isolate the dog as well. So that's what we're doing, but do not take it out on your pets and do not ignore them. Make sure you take care of them because they need you, obviously, and you cannot get it from your pets. You also cannot contract the disease by eating poultry or by eating any kind of meat. I mean, you should not be eating, just meat. You should also have other stuff that will boost your immunity, but that's a wrong conception. You cannot get that by eating chicken or by eating other forms of meat. It hasn't been proven, so don't quote me on it, but I don't think it's been proven. I've already read up about it because I am a hypochondriac, so when it comes to things like this, I always read and I try to find out what's the best thing that I can do to protect myself and my loved ones and my people that I know, my entourage, my surroundings. Now, what else? I don't know if you guys are aware of what it's like to live on top of each other, but we are kind of like living like sardines right now for the past week or so. It's kind of difficult, but at times like this, you got to come in and you got to use your strength and try to overcome your weaknesses and just survive as a family. And if you're alone without a family, then you got to keep your composure, watch positive videos, try to stay away from the news. I mean, only watch it when it's necessary for you to watch the news. Otherwise, do not just have the CNN open 24 hours or any other channels open, constantly, because that can bring you down, even though it's news. But negativity can certainly have an impact on you, and that is not good. Just get some workout in. That's one of the best ways to keep your immunity. Is I will do one of these days. I'm going to do a YouTube video, and I'm going to put it up. Things that you can do at home. Just do basic stretches, just to have that body flow going while you're at home. And you can do like basic workouts with your family, with your loved ones, with your kids. Very simple, nothing fancy, and the body will recover. You can go outside for a walk, maintain distance from others. And for example, if you're already with your family, let's say if you're a family of 4, you want to go outside for a walk, you and your wife or you and your husband with your kids or whatever, just go out for a walk, but definitely maintain distance from others while you're walking on a nature trail or like at a park or so. But use your caution and use your judgment, obviously. Do not let your kids go roam around or play in the playground, because those surfaces are not being wiped, and it's been proven that this virus can remain on the surfaces and remain alive on the surfaces for a good over 2-3 hours. So you definitely do not want your kids to touch those things and basically touch themselves and touch you. So that's one thing that's a concern. So always have children go outside with supervision, pets with supervision. I never thought that this day would ever come here, that where I would literally just talk about like how to survive. This just feels like, to be honest with you, like an out of a Hollywood movie. I have spoken to all my clients. Thankfully, they're okay, so that's good. That's always a concern. My manager has been extremely proactive about things, and she's been reaching out to us, like all the trainers and all the kickboxing instructors, yoga teachers, all these people that work in my field, like that she knows. She's reached out, so she's doing a phenomenal job. We're taking like online courses right now for free, so my company has done that for us, so that's awesome. Also, one good news, which is what do you call it? Canada. I don't know. Do not quote me on that, but Canada has identified a strain of the virus that is causing this disease. So hopefully there will be a vaccination soon. One thing I'm hearing from people over and over again is that people are still not understanding the severity of the disease, and they're still going out just about because they feel bored at home. Going out is one thing. I mean, just go because you have to. Especially in New York, there's a lot of people that are living in their apartments cooped up, and they have nothing to do but to go out and just to get some fresh air. But please use your caution. I mean, if you live in a building which has an elevator, and if you live on one of the lower floors, then there's no need for you to take the elevator. Just take the stairs. Use your judgment. Take the stairs and go up and down the stairs. Unless if you're elderly, then I guess you have to take the elevator. But if you have to take the elevator, make sure you wear gloves. Make sure you wear protective equipment. Do not touch the button. Do not touch anything that you don't need to touch. So that's one way to protect yourself. Another way is just to like avoid, like maintain about 6 feet of distance. If you see someone visibly coughing or sneezing, don't be around them. That's just common sense. I mean, even on a regular day, you don't want someone to sneeze on you, right? So simple as that. Just go around them, or just slow down, or just walk past them, or do something, or cross the street. Don't be around them. Okay? Also, just because someone is sneezing or coughing doesn't mean they have the virus. So that's also a bad, that's like just a misconception. I mean, I understand I'm also scared, believe it or not. Like any kind of sneeze that I'm getting, any chills that I'm getting, any like nose block that I'm getting, anything that I'm getting right now, like I'm like, oh shit, what if it is, it's that? But then I'm trying to calm myself down and try to like, ventilate, try to do other things. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm okay so far, but fingers crossed. I mean, just right now, that's all you can hope for. I mean, there's nothing else you can do. That's about it. I mean, there are no like medical supplies that you can get. My pharmacy is already out of like common medications because people have already bought them. And my pharmacist told me there's no like new supplies coming in. There's no new shipments coming in, which is kind of scary. So only get what you need to get and let others get their chance as well. Because if you hoard things, then that's very selfish of you. So don't do that. I will come to you with more updates as to how we're surviving. And my family, being that we're from India, like we're originally from India, we're like, I don't know if you know the Indian, like how Indians do things. Like even on a regular day, like there's always like groceries at home being kept. Like especially here in New York or in America, like you buy like certain things in bulk, meaning you buy rice in bulk, you buy wheat flour in bulk, you buy lentils in bulk, you buy like certain legumes in bulk, you buy spices in bulk, you also buy like potatoes and onions and garlic and ginger, which is the base of all Indian food. You buy them in bulk and you save them. So it's not because of the virus. So those things are already at home. So in that way, Indians are kind of sort of stacked up. But I don't know if that's a thing with the Middle Eastern culture or not. I'm not sure, but I'm assuming it is. But one could never be so sure of it. But the American way is you just buy things that are perishable in bulk, but the non-perishable items, you buy non-perishable items in bulk. Like you go to like supermarkets like Costco or BJ's or Sam's Club and stuff like that, and you would buy them and you would just save them in your freezer. You normally have two refrigerators, one upstairs, one downstairs in the basement, and you would just save the stuff in the basement like eggs, cheeses, and whatnot. But now is the time you got to use your common sense and buy other stuff which is not going to go bad, like pasta and rice and lentils and legumes. And if you got to just eat, like change your eating habits around. This is not the time for lavishness. This is the time to use your wits and common sense and just eat like accordingly and ration your food. We've already rationed our food. Like we're trying to, like, not that we're starving, we're not. Hopefully we'll never starve, thank God. But we're rationing our food just to be on the safe side, so we don't have to run to the supermarket for no reason. And when we're going to the market, it's always one person that is making that run. So we might go in the car together, but it's that one person making that run, and we're coming back. And I'm carrying this is in my car right now. Right now, this is Clorox. It kills 99.9% of viruses and bacteria. So hand washing is still the best thing you can do, but since you cannot wash your hands in the car, you carry this or some other stuff. Or Walmart here is giving out free wipes anyway, so you just get them and you wipe yourself down before you enter the car. And then when you go inside, once you unload the groceries, you also wipe them down as an added precaution, and then you put them away. So these things we're doing right now because one could never be, you got to do it. I mean, you just got to be careful about these things. So anyway, I'm going to stop today about this, the whole experience of mine. I am already in upstate. I'm coming, to you from my car. I mean, I can't be in the house because, people are going crazy. There's news. Everyone's calling because people are just afraid. So I needed to be, somewhere calm and quiet and talk to you about it. Let me know if you have any questions, if you would like to see certain things. There's only so limited things that I can show you right now. Even like going outside feels like a challenge these days. But to my best ability, I will show you some stuff, and I will talk to you soon. And let me know your experience as an individual or as a family, how things are in whatever part you're in, or if you're in New York. Let me know how it is. Please stay safe and healthy and take care of each other and yourself. Talk to you soon.